And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it.
And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. I'm a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma.
And that's on mute, so I don't have to listen to myself, which is fabulous. All right, so I know everything's working now. Hello, Miss Caitlin.
Hi, we got there.
Yay, we did. How are you doing this evening, Miss Thang?
Yeah, God, I'm exhausted. Had a big day sorting out tax and stuff, all that fun stuff that you have to do. But apart from that, really good.
How are you doing just in general, Miss selling barbershops left, right, and centre and loving life?
I feel naked. Like 11 and a half years I've owned at least one salon, and 11 and a half years I've had sort of 3+ staff. So now it's just me and my assistant. I feel naked, but I feel really good. I feel free. I just feel, it's weird. It's very surreal.
I can imagine. I can only imagine like that. That I saw when you sold it the other day. I was like, oh my God, like what's she gonna do now? What's she gonna?
It was a 2022 financial year goal to sell it. And then I found somebody that wanted it really quickly who already has a barbershop in Geelong, and it happened it was like less than 2 weeks. We turned it around. So I don't know how, but we did it. And when things flow like that, it's the right thing. So I was feeling, for those of you who don't know, I live in Queensland. My coaching business is international, so in Australia, predominantly Australia, New Zealand, but I do have a couple of overseas as well. And my barbershop is based in Victoria, in Geelong, and being at the moment with the climate, not being able to travel regularly down to Victoria, not being able to go and see my team and meet them and hang out with them and have meetings and sort of, manage things from a sense. I've never worked in my barbershop, but the physical distance became a challenge.
Yeah.
And I think the other thing that became hard is I wasn't giving 100% to my barbershop nor 100% to my coaching, and coaching's just opening too many doors for me at the moment. So that was
my question was going to be, if that wasn't too sort of on the personal side, was why was the reasoning behind like moving away from the barbershop sort of side?
I think it was never a forever thing. So I never worked in my barbershop. I'm not a barber. I had a barber working in my salon. The salon, we grew phenomenally. So I sold my salon a couple of years ago, as you know, but the salon got so big that there was just no room for a barber. So then we opened the barbershop, which was amazing. And it was always a 5-year plan. I ended up having it for 3. It was a little bit based on the climate at the moment. The constant shutdowns I found really difficult, but also not being able to go down and actually help my team through that really hurt me as well. But my coaching business is so busy. I've been coaching full time for 4.5 years, which was when I stepped off the salon floor, and that's where my passion lies. My passion's not in my barbershop. So something's got to give when you're feeling too overworked and too stressed and too pulled between two states, I guess. So it was a pretty easy decision to make, and I got exactly what I wanted for it. So happy days.
So why coaching? Why the move? Why the change from owning all these really successful salons?
I am a bit of a believer in, if you take the safety net away, the safety net, you have to build it for yourself. So I feel I didn't enjoy owning a salon for the last 18 months of owning it. I had my salon for nearly 10 years. For the last 18 months of owning it, I found it draining. I found it stressful. I didn't care about it. And when you don't care about something, you don't give it 100%. And I don't think that's fair to my staff, to my clients, to my business itself. And so I definitely, although it made me a lot of money, it made me so much money. But even though it made me a lot of money, I was like, if I take that away, I've got to make the barbershop work better, and I've got to make coaching work better. And coaching's always done amazingly for me. I love coaching. Coaching's my passion thing. But I really, it didn't love it anymore. I loved owning the barbershop. The barbershop was so much fun. I will miss that, definitely. But things change. Life changes. I'm a very adaptable person. I think my passions always change. I know that you're a bit the same, where you kind of set a goal and then all of a sudden you get there and then you're like, cool, so now I've got all these 5 other goals. It just constantly changes. But in terms of the physical move out of Victoria, that was meant to happen last March, but we got locked down. It was meant to happen a couple of years ago, but I got married and my husband at the time didn't want to stay. I didn't want to move. And then it was meant to happen back when I was 19, and then I bought my salon. So it's been a 10-year thing to get here, but I got here.
That's the main thing. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
So what advice or what tips would you give to anyone that's kind of feeling in that rut at the moment, like you were sort of feeling, where they're in a salon at the moment and they're kind of in that rut and they're sort of, to put it lightly, they're just fucking hating life at the moment. They're just doing it because it is bringing them money. They're like, it's doing well, but they're just hating it.
I mean, the scary part of that is there's a lot of businesses that aren't doing well and they still hate it and they can't get rid of it, and it's kind of this vicious thing. I think majority of my clients and the people that I work with, and definitely most of the people who've come to me in the last 6 months, we've noticed like massive growth in the last 6 months, but most of the people that I work with are not, for lack of a better term, the drowning kitten client. They're the people who are been in business for 12 months to 10 years, stuck in a bit of a plateau, don't know what to do next, got things generally running pretty well, probably could earn a little bit more money, probably could squeeze a bit more out of the business, just not really sure what direction to take moving forward. So my advice would be come and speak to me. But generally speaking, good plug. But generally speaking, I think people are married to their jobs, so they need to really kind of get back to basics, ground themselves and try and work out, you know, what they want and what direction they're going and where they want to take things. And that's very hard. I was very cloudy when I moved up here. I found being locked in Victoria last year extremely depressing. It heightened my anxiety. My dog died, which was like the worst day of my life. I had a lot of things happen. So when I moved up here, although I was fresh and excited and it was amazing to get away from Geelong and everything like that, I found that I was really cloudy, and it took me a couple of months to kind of come back out of it. And it took me a couple of months of really, like, I pulled right back on my work. I went right down to basics. I did the minimum that I needed to do just to like get myself back into a bit of a groove, as well as that I had quite a few medical things going on. So there was a lot happening, but creative flow's back and everything's back, and it's pretty amazing when you kind of make a decision about what you want and where you're going, how many doors do actually open for you.
What do you say, or what do you how do I put this eloquently?
Just put it.
What do you say, or what do you like put out there when you come across clients that are stuck in that rut of being like, they come to you for help, or they're stuck in that rut of still 20 years ago running their salon like it was back in the day? They're saying, look, I'm, handing out flyers and the flyers aren't doing anything.
I fuck their shit up and make them do something that makes them really uncomfortable. So I'll give them a challenge of something that I know will like shake them. So I'm trying to think of an example. Like, okay, so I'll use my team building as an example. So when I had a big salon team, everyone was getting really like, what's the word? Complacent, lazy, in that, oh, I just come to work. What are we having today, Mary? I'm just having this. Okay, whatever. Just really not trying. So I made them all do rock climbing. Oh, sorry.
I only just realized that I wasn't recording.
Oh, no. Damn
That's okay.
it.
This is all the good stuff anyway.
So yeah, I fuck their shit up and I make them do something uncomfortable. So what I did with my team was I took them all rock climbing, and like we all had to get over our fear of heights, work as a team and like encourage each other. I make them do things like what are they called? Those rooms where you get locked in and you've got to like
skate rooms.
Skate rooms. I made them do singing classes and acting classes because they weren't communicating well with their clients. So I'll give them a challenge of doing something that's outside their comfort zone.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like obviously fixing crowns up here is what we're doing to try and bring people together. And we've still got, I guess it's like that all over Australia, but we've got some real rock hard people to get through to. And I know there's some of those people that we're just not going to get through to, which I understand. I give those people their space and I get that.
Yeah.
But I want to try and help those people.
Yeah. Some people can't be helped. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
Yeah, that is very true.
I know what people will get out of coming to this. You know what people get out of coming to it. And the people who are coming know that as well. But yeah, sometimes you just can't do it. It's like, I come from a pretty traditional family, and there is just certain things that they just will not bend.
Yeah.
And there's no point flogging a another horse thing, flogging a dead horse. There's no point like exhausting yourself over something you can't change, you can't control, and it's just going to make you tired.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
very true.
I'm sorry that that's happening. Like, it's shit because you want everyone to be super new school and super like, yes, let's like be a community and let's work together and let's learn, let's grow, and let's better the industry. But sometimes you just can't.
You just can't. So I know we're jumping back and forward a little bit, and I know I only just started recording, so I'm really sorry for people that Kayla was supposed to remind me, and she forgot as well, but that's okay. But we are jumping back and forward a little bit because I do have some questions that people have asked me, so I'm jumping back and forward here and there. But what advice would you give someone that's kind of just starting out? Would you, like we had, my advice when people are industry and things like that is I always tell them to go into a salon first and, you know, get your hours up in a salon, start, you know, learning from them and stuff like that. Do you recommend people do the same sort of thing, or are they better off just
someone completely new to the trade or someone new to business?
Someone new, either. Let's start off.
New to the trade. So whether you're hairdressing, beauty, lashing, you know, barbering, whatever it is, salon experience is key. So I totally agree with you. I think these quick blast amount courses where you go and learn, you know, 3-4 years worth of stuff in 6 months, it's not going to get you any. I won't employ you. Most people won't employ you. I know that everyone trains a little bit differently. I know lashing is not like a registered trade, but it should be. That's a whole other thing. But go and actually learn from people, go get a traineeship, go do the apprenticeship, find that sort of work. It fucking sucks. You earn no money, you work shit hours, you're basically a slave for 4 years while you learn, but like that is where you will become the best at it, not just a mediocre, average, crap one. So that would be definitely my advice to someone new to the field. Also, don't give up. We all get to this part where you're just like, ugh, I'm not qualified and I'm not, you know, beginner, but like I'm somewhere in the middle, and you just want to neck yourself every day because it's just you're somewhere in the middle and it's boring and you want to quit. Don't quit, keep going. And someone new to business, okay, a few things. Set hours and stick to them. Don't bend over backwards for your clients because they don't care about you. Literally, they do not care about you, they care about them. That's probably one thing. Price yourself, you know, somewhere near to where you want to be. Even if you are slow or you are still learning a little bit of something like that, don't undercut your prices and don't discount yourself. And just because someone says they can't afford you doesn't mean they can't afford you. It means they don't want to pay you. So like, don't buy into that sort of those sorts of excuses. And what else? Don't take advice, business advice, from anyone who hasn't done what you're doing or better. So don't go and get advice from Jim, who owns the mechanics down the road, because they don't know the industry. Don't go and get advice from old mate who owned a hairdressing salon 25 years ago. Go to someone who is pioneering the industry, doing what you're doing or where you want to be. Like, go to them and pay them a shit ton of money and learn from them.
Inside a tip, go to Caitlin.
Yeah, come to me. No, but seriously, like, if I'm going to go get a mentor, I'm going to go find someone who's like, you know, got all the things that I want and who's doing really well. And
what's that quote that says, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I love being the dumbest person in the room. Even when I used to race motorbikes, I used to like go in the faster group because I liked being the slow one, because I liked like learning from all the other people.
Yeah.
I probably pissed everybody off, but I don't really care. I'm also that annoying person when I go on to a seminar where I'll like ask questions and I'll be the person at the front like me, and they'll be like, anyone else? But, please.
We're going to break for lunch soon. Are there any more questions? And they're like, oh, me.
Yeah. So be that guy. Ask all the questions, ask all the advice, and learn as much as you can. Read lots of books, do all those things.
Yeah. Speaking of books, do you have any book recommendations?
Yeah, mine. No, I'm kidding. Mine is pretty good though. Book recommendations. I'm not reading anything at the moment. I should be. There is so many though. Now you've really put me on the spot. Shit. We'll come back to this one.
Okay. I'm not a book person either. I'm not a big book person.
Oh, you put me on the spot.
I'm not a big reader, so that's, if you asked me, I would have just said some hoity-toity manifestation book probably.
Yeah, I mean, if you're after something like Manifestation Zillions, so like Millions with a Z, really good book. It's incredible. So it's about your life path and like your numerology and stuff like that. Otherwise, one I've been loving at the moment is, I can't think of what it's called. I'll post it in this after, but it's like Western and Eastern zodiac. So it's like both together, which is really cool. So like your Chinese birth years as well as your, your star sign and everything. That's pretty cool. But I mean, personal development stuff, Think and Grow Rich is always a really good one. I Have a Millionaire Mind is always a good one. The Big Leap is an awesome one. That's a really good one for, awesome. Yeah, that's a really good one for like hitting upper limits and like trying to like live outside your comfort zone. The Book of Awesome is like a really feel good one. So it's just like, if you're having a shit day, you just read a page. There's a different one on every page. Really good. Yeah. There's a few.
And you also are very big into like manifestation and things like that, aren't you?
Big time.
So what would you, in regards to that, what's something that people, if someone has never manifested anything or anything and don't know things like that, what is something that you could give them a piece of advice or something like that?
I think it's like always important to strive for something. And look, maybe this is good going back to when we were saying before, if you're stuck in a bit of a rut. Okay, so if you're like, I don't know what direction I'm going, I don't know what I want. I always go back to like my vision board. So I always have a vision board. Sometimes I do like a computer background. Sometimes I do like an actual physical piece of paper and I print and stick photos all over it. So if you look back on mine from a few years ago, I had a Camaro on there. I mean, I had a South American holiday, but Rona shot that to shit. And I had a few like other things on there, like my barbershop bloody salon takings goal was $5,000. I think at the point we sold it was like doing like 10 or 11,000 a week. So like, you know, you look back at those times and it was doing that. And I think even my salon, like I had a picture of my salon team and then I had like goal 17,000 a week. And I think we were doing like, you know, 21, 22,000 a week when I sold or something like that. But like, have it there and be visual about it. Like most people in this industry are visual or kinesthetic. So to see and feel and visualize things, yay, got one.
That's a vision board, everybody.
You can have like power words or like, I love you got like multiple cars on there, by the way. I love
it. Oh yeah. There's ranges and there's also.
I had a house on there. I had all this stuff. So get really visual about your vision boards. And I get my staff to do this as well, always, because I think when they're striving for something, they work harder. But vision boards are a really important thing. Another important thing to note with manifesting. So like, if you want to win the lottery, you actually got to buy the lottery ticket. Like, it's no point going, I want a Porsche and then never going to look at Porsches.
Yeah.
It's never going to get finance or whatever you need to do to get that. So like action is important as well.
Yeah, I did love, you did a small, which I think if you find it, I'd love you to share it in the group.
Yeah.
Really, that really small little snippet. It was a little live that you did on how to manifest.
Yeah.
You did it in your car and it was just like a tiny little 5-minute thing. And I was like, oh my God, this is just like a little gold nugget of awesomeness.
I'm going to turn it into an ebook for you. I'll do that. I'll go back and find it. I'll write
it.
It
was just amazing. And it was just a tiny little gold nugget. And I was like, this is it was just like a perfect little bite-sized snippet of awesomeness. And I was like, I need to just do this every day. And it was.
Yeah. Sometimes I just get in these little things where like, I have to like, it's like word vomit. Like it has to be released or just, I don't know. That's what I do. I should do more of them actually, but.
You should. They're amazing. They just pop in your head and they're just balls of amazingness that just come out.
Oh, bless. Thank you.
So your manifestation I know you're very big on, and I think if you want to be big in this industry, you need to kind of be on that same sort of level of that.
Yeah, for sure. Gold stuff here. No, I agree completely. And I think in any sort of, in life, in business, in anything, you need to be striving for something. Like in the end, we all went into business to make money, but like money's not the goal, but like the things that the money provides is the goal, whether that's a yearly holiday, whether that's not having to work 10 hours a day, 5 days a week, you want to work two days or, you know, whatever, like money provides the things. But yeah, you've got to actually know what you're striving for. Otherwise, why do you get out of bed?
How would you suggest people a really maybe easy way or what's the word I'm thinking of? Like a task for them to do to find that purpose or that goal, rather than saying, oh, I just want to make money from my business, or like I want to change lives somehow.
Yeah.
Is there a goal or a task or something like that they can sit down and do to do that?
I think if you're like, I'm very end game focused, so like I can think like, and look, like I said, it changes all the time. If you had to ask me 4 years ago, I still would be working on the floor of my hairdressing salon. Yuck. No, thank you. Appreciate that everyone else loves it. Not my thing. But I think if I get really stuck, I like to think about where I want to be in 5 years' time. So I'm like, all right, let's think 5 years from now. 5 years' time, I'll be 36. 5 years' time, I will have achieved this. And then I work backwards from there. So I'm like, cool, okay, so if in 5 years' time I want to be here, in 3 years I have to be here. In 1 year I have to be here. And then I break it down into 9 months, 6 months, 3 months. So go forward, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, but like work backwards from that. Because what you'll find is you're like, oh, you know, say your salon's turning over $2,000 a week at the moment. And then you're like, oh, I really want to get to the point where I turn over like $5,000 a week. That might be really scary. But actually, when you think about it, it's only 20 more clients a week, or it's only one extra stylist or one extra beauty therapist, or, you know, whatever. I think we get really overwhelmed if you just go straight for the big. So I think breaking the big goals into like more smaller achievable goals. And then from there, if you're like, okay, we've got to make an extra, I don't know, $10,000 a month to get, you know, that house that we want or whatever. It's not actually that much. Like, it's a lot, but it's not. Like, break it down into services. Your average service is this much, break it down by that. Okay, cool, I need 10 extra clients. How can I get 10 extra clients? I can do that by doing a referral system, running some marketing, contacting some of the clients who never came back to the salon, like whatever you want to do. People overthink things. I have anxiety, so I overthink things. I can totally relate. But like, yeah, people overcomplicate and overthink things.
I think you've hit the nail on the head with the overcomplicate things. But I hope that everyone that's watching this can see what I mean by how much of an asset that Caitlin is when you see this stuff that just rolls off her tongue, like the stuff that you and I would sit there and just go, and you ask her and she's like, yeah, you just
other days I'll like put my Vegemite in the fridge. So like we have moments.
We have ebbs and flows. It's all
oh God.
No, but it's just this is why Caitlin is such an asset to having at Fixing Crowns, because we are so excited to have her, because it's stuff like this that just rolls off her tongue where she's like, it's just blah 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 and blah, and it's so simple for you just to change your whole life into like a brand new salon and you're all good to go. And you too can be making millions.
Yeah, I think don't overthink, don't overcomplicate, or try and like recognize when you're overthinking. Like sometimes I'm like, oh my God, you're being crazy. Like stop being crazy. Like just ease up, Turbo. Like it's fine. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
So that's pretty much all the questions that I have from everyone. I'm not sure, we've got a couple of people watching. I don't know if anyone else has any questions that they would like to ask while we are live. Is there any business tips, 3 business tips that you would like to give, just quick rapid fire ones that you would like to give on the spot? Go.
Oh my God, I hate when people do this to me because I'm like, fuck.
Something that you would give to someone younger, Caitlin on the floor, and Caitlin older.
Caitlin on the floor, wear good footwear because your back's cooked and you're only 31.
Go see a podiatrist and get some arch support.
Go on top of your house. I've got something pretty cool coming actually, like, so this is probably good advice for people who are on the floor and extremely busy. I know that, like, I remember having days. I remember one day I was like, I had to go to the toilet. So I like put my can of tuna on top of the toilet roll to like go to the toilet quickly and then go back and like scoff my can of tuna. And I spilt it all over myself while I was in the toilet. It went inside my pants. So don't eat on the go. Take some time. No, take some breaks, look after your health, drink lots of water. I've got something very cool coming around, staying hydrated and eating well and stuff like that. Cause I know we all forget it, especially like you're 5 minutes late in the morning, you're fucking 25 minutes late at lunchtime, and then you're like 2 hours late at the end of the day and you're going home at 11. But like lots of sleep, diet well, exercise, take care of yourself, take care of your mind and body. That's probably one of the biggest ones. I know that I'm not old, but like just you do still see on-fall effects of it years later, and especially like you guys hunched over beauty beds and stuff can take its toll for sure. The other one I think is just, be respectful to your clients and, but, demand respect from them too. So when I was saying before about, setting hours, taking holidays, like that's really important, fatigue management too. But yeah, setting hours and sticking to it, setting pricing and sticking to it, not bending over and buying into excuses of other people. And same goes with your staff. Some staff know how to really you give them an inch, they take a mile. So just be cautious of that too. You got to be respectful to your staff, but they have to respect you too. So I know there's so much advantage because you don't sit all day, really. Once I get on a tangent, I'm like, that's me, I'm gone. But just take care of yourself, take care of your business. And I think if probably the last 18 months has taught us anything, especially even you guys got locked down this month, crazy, wild, what's going on in the NT?
Look out. Beers.
So funny, like all the AFL teams have moved to Vic. What the hell? But maybe it's not necessarily have a plan B, but have savings, manage your money, get good advice from an awesome business coach or an accountant or something like that. Stay on top of your money and manage your finances, manage your money, manage your everything.
Yeah.
I don't want to say prepare for the worst because I don't want people to manifest from fear, but have plans, and I don't want to say rainy day fund either because we hate rain. I don't want to rain, but
you still
have a plan B, look after yourself, be prepared.
Definitely. I like it.
Thanks. I like
so
it.
What's in the future for Miss Caitlin?
Oh, look, in the very near future, I've got what am I doing? I'm presenting at Hair Festival. If you guys are coming to Sydney, come see me.
I did see that. Congratulations.
I'm speaking on Monday. So yeah, I've been waiting for someone to pull out and they did. So happy days. And then apart from that, I'm finishing my NLP masters, got heaps of business awards on this year. And my second book is about to be published. So I'm very excited about that. Heaps happening. And I know last year there's a couple of people that are coming to your Fixing Crowns too that were actually booked to come to my Darwin event last year. So I had 5 events booked, all got cancelled because of Rona. That will be happening again. Stay tuned.
Yay, that's amazing.
It's going on. I'm excited to see what you guys are doing, aside from this amazing thing. Planning events is hectic. So you've done an amazing job.
It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so much, and we'll take you out on the town and show you what Darwin's all about.
What's the main road there? I got really drunk there last time.
Mitchell Street. We'll get you featured on Territory Cops.
I did fall off a scooter last time I was up there.
Oh, see, no, yeah, scooter's bad news.
Yeah, bad.
Bad news. Well, we thank you so much for joining us this evening, my lovely, lovely lady.
Thank you for having me.
And I have no idea how to turn any of this off, but we can try. And
techno savvy, awesome we are.
That's exactly. Thank you so much for joining us, and we shall see you on the flip side here in Darwin. And if anyone else has any more questions, please pop them in the comments, and beautiful Miss Caitlin will reply to anything that you might have to chat to her about, and we'll see you at the Fixing Crowns event.
Amazing.
Thank you, beautiful lady.
Take care. Bye.